This day should have boosted market sentiment and brought positive news from Europe. Economists had expected the UK's inflation growth to 0.8% from 0.7%. However, a rise in consumer prices slowed down to 0.3%. It seems that the pound sterling has ignored this data. Instead of falling, it resumed gaining in value. Notably, the euro showed even a more significant jump. The surge was caused by preliminary data on the eurozone business activity. The figures were well above the forecasts. Thus, the eurozone manufacturing PMI advanced to 55.5 points from 53.8. Economists had foreseen a drop to 52.9. At the same time, business activity in the services sector jumped to 47.3 points from 41.7, instead of declining to 41.5. The data is really strong, despite the fact that the indicator is still below the 50-point threshold that separates growth from stagnation. A sharp increase in the services PMI resulted in an advance in the composite PMI. The indicator grew to 49.8 points from 45.3. Analysts had predicted a fall to 45.0 points. According to preliminary estimates, the UK business activity also rose. However, the data is slightly below the forecasts. The manufacturing PMI showed the most significant growth. It soared to 57.3 points from 55.6 points instead of dropping to 55.5. At the same time, the services PMI inched up to 49.9 points from 47.6. Analysts had expected a rise to 50.9 points. In other words, the indicator failed to break the 50-point threshold. As a result, the UK composite PMI showed a smaller than expected advance. It increased to 50.7 points from 49 points instead of jumping to 51.5. In other words, the services sector has a bigger influence than the manufacturing sector. What's more, the United States will also disclose its preliminary data on business activity. According to the forecast, business activity in all sectors will halt its 2-month rise. The United States will also report on its retail sales. However, the data may disappoint market participants. The indicator's growth may slow down to 5.4% from 5.7. Nevertheless, let's take a look at the pound sterling that surged early today. Today's FOMC meeting is the main event of the month. At the beginning of the European session, analysts expressed the opinion about another extension of the stimulus package. The United States Fed may do this following the ECB's example. It looks like the further easing on the QE program. In fact, the regulator has nothing to do but to loosen its monetary policy. The economic growth is becoming slower and there is even a risk of stagnation. Moreover, the US economy is still suffering consequences of the coronavirus pandemic. A deadlock in the negotiations over the new support measures is also weighing on the economy. Thus, only the US Fed may save the national economy by means of the bigger volume of money supply. To reach this aim, the regulator has to either cut the rates or extend the QE program. All this will surely lead to lower yield on US government debt securities. This, in turn, may result in drop in interest in the greenback. In other words, the European currencies rally could be explained by expectations of the FOMC meeting results. After a long fluctuation near the level of 1.2180, the euro-dollar pair hit the local high of the midterm uptrend. At the moment, the quote is trying to consolidate above 1.2200. If it manages to do so, it may start moving towards the levels of 1.2250 and 1.2300. After that, the pair may reverse. If the euro-dollar pair falls to consolidate above 1.22, it's likely to return to 1.2180. At the same time, the pound-dollar is still actively gaining in value. The pair has already broken the high of 1.3476 locked on December 9th. Speculators have not yet reached the local high of the midterm uptrend located at 1.3537. This may influence the volume of long positions. If the pound-dollar pair consolidates above 1.3540 on the 4-hour chart, it may jump to 1.3650 and 3700. That's all for now. We keep monitoring the financial market situation. Subscribe to our channel and see you in several hours. We will take a close look at the US trading session.